I'm only taking one step at a time towards healing myself. I had to get out, I found a way out. No more living in pain or misery. It's all about protecting my energy. Keep the negative away from me, because I am just keeping my peace. Cut off everything that no longer was serving me, and I chose to start loving myself. I walk in my purpose, no looking back, I'm only going with it. B.O. standing there, a better version of me. I must say that I'm proud of me. It's not about how you feel, I'm living proof that God is real. So let me show you how to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, cause I came a long way. My journey isn't yet complete, that's what it look like to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, I'm proud of myself. It's nothing to it, you can do it, all you gotta do is just fight through it. Create a soul, create a soul, create a soul. Just fight through it. Create a soul, create a soul, create a soul, create a soul, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Pain to Purpose podcast, where we have open discussions to heal together as a community. Today is episode 13 on our author series, and we have Shanice here with us. Welcome, Ms. Shanice.
Good evening or good afternoon, wherever it depends on where you are.
How are you?
I am doing great.
Good, good. So let's get on into this. Can you give us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Shanice Collins. I am a native New Yorker who has been a Virginia resident for way too many years. I still work full-time in a corporate setting, but I also have my own business where I serve as a life coach for women. I also facilitate workshops. I'm an author and a speaker.
Okay, entrepreneur. You are very busy.
Yes.
But all right. That's good. That's good. And which part you like the most?
Honestly, I really like working with women. So this is one of those things I felt like I learned in my corporate space how to coach people. And it made me say, how can I do that outside of work? And where I saw the gap was women, especially women of color, don't necessarily get the same coaching and professional development opportunities as people who don't look like us. So I thought it would be more beneficial to try to help those who, just fill in that gap of where you're not getting the development or you're not getting the direction or the guidance you need to pursue the career that you actually want, not the career that someone wants you to have.
Yes, I love that, because a lot of us, sometimes we do things because of what somebody else wants us to do, yes, or what the generation was like before us, what we were told that we should be. And I think that everybody should be what they want to be, do what you want to do. That's going to make you happy to succeed in life, not the career that somebody else thinks you should have.
Yes.
So that's great. All right. So can you tell us about your books?
Sure. So my first book, Resilient on Purpose, and this is the book here. I actually had no intention of writing a book. So I wrote this book during a time where I had a lot of tragedy going on in my life. I lost 3 family members in 33 days. So it was my mom, my grandma, and my uncle. So the day that we actually buried my mother, I got a call before I left the city to say that my grandmother passed. And then within a few weeks after that, my uncle, who I was pretty much almost raised with, he passed. So it was just this vicious cycle of death where I was caught in the middle of it, either having to plan the actual funeral and activities, handle business, or just having to be there in the midst of it. And I just kept saying, I don't know how to proceed. I don't know how I'm going to go on. My mom, she was my cheerleader, my best friend, and she was gone. And who was I going to go to now when I was facing the tragedy with my grandmother and my uncle? So at that point, I went to grief counseling and said, I just need help. I need to be able to not go into a pit and never come out. And one of the things that she told me to do was to write, to journal. And in my mind, I was like, what is that really going to do? I'm in pain and you're telling me to write. But, I said, I will try anything because I really just don't like the space that I'm in. And I did find that on days that I couldn't write, that I was just too emotional or just not able to get my thoughts together, some of those days I would go back and read some of my journal entries. And I kept seeing this common theme of you were here, but God brought you here. So there was always a beginning, but it was an end. So it was always a through period. And when I saw that, I said, you know what, maybe it'll help somebody else who's going through similar situations. So I didn't only write about the grief part. I wrote about my infertility challenges. I wrote about dealing with dementia with my mom. I wrote about potentially facing job loss. So I put all of those feelings into that Resilient on Purpose book.
Okay. And here you are today on Pain to Purpose.
Yes. It has a purpose. I know when we're going through it, we don't feel like it, but there is, there's pain to the purpose. There's a method to the madness somehow. You will come through and you will come out of it much more refined and polished than you were before you started.
I love that. And can we see the cover of that?
Sure.
Okay, and tell them where they can get that at.
This is still available on Amazon, so it's still easy to find on Amazon.com. My place away from home, I feel like I'm on there every day. But my second book, it's on Amazon, but I do more selling of this book on my own, either at events or just pushing it myself online.
Okay.
But it's also available on Amazon.
And what's the name of that one?
So the second book is Shattered Silence, Breaking Barriers, Becoming Vocal, Visible, and Victorious in Life.
Okay.
And this is more about, as women, we will remain silent about a lot of things because we either think nobody wants to hear it, or we'll think, if I tell somebody, then they're going to think I'm weak, or they're going to think I'm whining, or they're going to think I'm complaining, or just anything negative. And there comes a time where you need to be able to tell your story. You need to be able to tell your truth. You need to be able to walk in your authority and your purpose and be aligned with who you really are, and stop trying to fit into all these boxes that people put us in. We were not created to fit in. We were created to stand out. We were created to shine. And when you recognize that you don't have to conform, that you can just be who you are, you become free. So it's about shattering all of that noise, that the things that we suppress, the thoughts that we have, the thing that somebody told you that you latched on to that you didn't even validate if it was true. So if someone said to you, you're never going to be anything because your mother wasn't anything, how is that true? Did you check on that? Did you validate that you just possibly will not do anything in your life because someone else didn't do something in their life? You are your own person. We all are dealt a 52 deck of cards. How we play them is up to us, but we all have a chance. And it's how you apply and play the game. That's what you get back.
So did you ever go through a time where you were told that you couldn't be something that you wanted to be?
Oh, absolutely. I am a product of the projects of New York City. And I was told many times, well, she probably won't do too much. Her mom was, a pregnant teenager. Her dad was, a father as a teenager. So she'll probably just be here, on welfare eventually and pregnant as a teen herself. I didn't have my child until I was 28 years old. And at that point, I had gone to college, had a job, had a house, had things. But had I listened to those people, I might still be sitting in the projects. with multiple children because that is what they labeled me to be. And I'm not downplaying anyone who's in that situation, but you don't have to be in that situation if that is not what you choose. Don't do it because somebody said that's all you're going to do. You do what you feel more aligned to. And I had enough people in my life who were also saying, you know, you can go to college, you can do things, but you have to apply yourself and you have to do the work. And I chose to listen to that part of the story and not the other part.
Yeah, I think it's very important to have people in your circle that's gonna push you, people that's gonna support you and help you along the way. Because when you have those people in your ear that are telling you the negative things, sometimes people grow up to believe that they're not enough and they can't do certain things. But to have those one or two people that's over here like, yes, you can do this, like, you know, read your word, God got you, that really helps. Because there's a lot of people that believe that they couldn't do something because somebody else told them, and they probably still do believe it, you know. So I think that's it's great that you came on to encourage us and to let people know that they can be anything that they want to be.
You just have to want it and work. You know, it's not going to drop from the sky.
You got to want it more than anybody else wants it for you.
As Eric Thomas says, you have to want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know what? When I was deciding to do certain things recently, and I was saying I want it so bad I can taste it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that when you really want to do something, you just want it so bad you can taste it. That's how bad you work on that project that you want. When you want to succeed, you work hard at it.
And also recognizing that success doesn't look the same for all of us.
It doesn't.
What success looks like for you is not necessarily what it looks like for me. And sometimes the things we ask for don't manifest where we're expecting to see them. They manifest somewhere else. And I definitely have aligned with that in the last few years, because I remember praying for promotion. It was like, you know, I wanted to be promoted, but I was thinking more in that corporate space that I'm working in, you know, take me to the next level on that trajectory, and totally missed when I was selected to become a deaconess, when I was selected to become an elder of 14 ministries. I totally missed that part. And I was like, but he did promote me. He just didn't promote me where I thought I needed to be promoted. So, you know, when you put the request out there, beware that it may happen. It just may not happen the way you expected to see it happen.
So wait a minute, you said 14 ministries?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are the ministries?
So the ministry itself is called Services and Helps, and we're responsible for plant management. So that would be the sextons who keep the building running. That's also the administrative staff. That would be the ushers, all the usher boards, the greeters, the visitation ministry. We have an angel tree ministry. So every year that works on getting gifts for either prison children or for neighborhood community children. Let's see. Of course, I'm not gonna remember all of them now, but
there.
Yeah. And every time we have like a clinic for the vaccinations and all of that, that falls up underneath that ministry. So we're always either administratively organizing something, or is some type of project management, something going on where we have to really, you know, lean into, okay, we have to watch the traffic flow. We have to make sure that we have enough people in building to greet people, to get people to restrooms and all of those different things. So a lot going on, but I really like it.
Wow, that's good. How long have you been doing that?
I believe I've been a co-elder for maybe this is my third year.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So what's next for you? Any books coming up?
Yeah, I am working on another book, and that title, I don't know why I can't get it all right all the time, but it's the Dream Life Makeover, and it's really talking about how when we started off, you know, not having that cookie cutter approach to your life, to your career, to your business, or whatever that thing is, because it's about what you intend for it to be. And it boils down to doing your purpose, stepping into your authentic self, being what we call in your profitable purpose superpower. So owning all that good stuff you have inside and seeing new horizons, because you're no longer applying for a job because your leader said that that's what you should do and it's the next thing in the cadence of promotions within that particular organization. You may not even want to be in that department anymore. So why are you applying for something just because someone else told you to do so? You might want to switch careers altogether, organizations altogether. Maybe you don't even want to work for anybody anymore. Maybe you really want to start your own business. So it's time for you to just have that makeover for your life. And that's coming. It's pretty much out now. It'll be introduced because I do have a 5-day challenge that's coming up, and the VIPs for that challenge will have access to the electronic version of the book at that time.
Okay. That sounds good. So for that one, they'll be able to find that one on Amazon as well?
It will be coming to Amazon, yes.
It will be coming to Amazon. Okay. Yes. And then for the second book, though, they can inbox you on social media to purchase?
They can inbox me or they can go to Amazon. So either way, they can get the second book.
So you guys, you can go on to her Facebook and inbox her, Shinese M Collins, if you want to purchase the second book. Hold it up one more time for them.
And when you go to Facebook, I'm listed as Shinese Resilient Collins.
Okay.
I think that's how I'm listed. Or you can go to New Horizons Women's Network page and find it there as well.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to leave, any gems or anything you want to leave with our audience?
Well, I know we talked a lot about authenticity and purpose today. So I would say if you're curious and you may wonder, well, am I aligned with my purpose? Am I walking or operating in my purpose? I have a free quiz you can take. It takes about 2 minutes. So if you DM me and you use the word purpose, then I can send you a link so you can take the free quiz, or you can also text me to get access to that free quiz. And I can give the text number if you like.
Okay.
It is.
So say it slow for them.
Okay. So it's 804-390-8048. Again, 804-390-8048, and text the word purpose.
Okay, so for the audience, if you are trying to decide if you are walking in your purpose or you're a little confused of what you want to do in life, you can go ahead and inbox her so that she can get you that quiz, and you can take that quiz and find out where you need to be, how you can get there. We thank you so much, Ms. Shinese, for coming on. I wish you blessings on top of blessings. And I know that your books, you're going to do very well with your books. And I hope to see you back on the show soon, because you have all these other things that you do.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to come back on other topics.
Yes.
Okay, so to my audience, remember, it's only pain until you discover your purpose and start your healing journey. I'll see you next Monday.